safe sex, always got the latex. Hit me with the latex, that was in the gray vest. I ain't from the Bay West, I just did like 8 sets.
Yo, Internet, what's good? Welcome to episode 12 of the No Limit podcast. We back, man. Yo, exams, we're on hiatus.
Yeah.
My co-host Sid is not here, handling a few things, exams as well, but for next week's episode, he'll be back. And for this week, man, I got none other than an exclusive interview. South Africa's hottest up and coming.
Hey.
What's up, Dibi?
What's up, Kay? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, and you? Dog?
I'm easy, man. I'm easy. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Wait till June. It's June, nigga.
Oh man, it's crazy. That's what everybody's telling me. It's like, yo, don't worry, guys. I got you. I know it's June. I got a calendar. I know it's June. But no, I got you guys. I got some real heat. I'm hoping you guys will feel for the winter, And so, yeah. It's been a long time coming. It's actually crazy because, I remember people saying June is gonna take June is so far away. We're here now. Yeah.
Damn. I came across you first time on Twitter. I was just scrolling through, and then I come through this one. Your freestyle was during the Friday freestyles.
Yeah.
It's the one you did over the beat, the AK and Nati shit.
Don't forget to pray.
Yeah, don't forget to pray.
Yeah. That was actually the first freestyle Friday.
Really?
Yeah, ever.
But this one, I think someone retweeted their timeline. You had already done a couple.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this shit is fun.
Snap, that's crazy. Shout out, bro. It's that was a long time ago. Yeah, that was 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
And now you dropped Wait Till June.
Yes, sir. We did.
I fuck with Paycheck. It's actually stuck in my head because I was playing it this month.
Oh shit, yeah, that's one of my favorite tracks as well.
Yeah.
I love every song on that. It's so nice and short, It's what a lot of people said is it was hard for them to pick a favorite. Although I know a lot of people enjoyed Couldn't Come Soon, and that was a fan favorite. But Paycheck was super dope. Shout out to Curtis Love for producing that and mixing that and mastering that. He did that. Yeah.
Let's run it back. Where are you from?
I'm from Eastern Cape, Port Elizabeth, and a small town called Graaff-Reinet. Port Elizabeth is my birthplace. That's where I was born. That's my hometown. Graaff-Reinet is my home. That's that's where my family's from. That's all my family. That's home. Yeah.
And then you made the trip up to Joburg.
Yeah, man. I've moved around quite a bit during my lifetime, bro. So I've stayed in Port Elizabeth, East London, here Joburg, and Mpumalanga, Nelspruit, White River. Yeah.
The moving to Joburg, was that strictly for music, school?
It was school. So I moved to Joburg. First time I came to Joburg was around 2009.
Yeah.
And then I moved back to the Eastern Cape. And then after that, I moved to Mpumalanga, and then I came back to Joburg after I matriculated. So I matriculated in Mpumalanga. And then I came to Joburg after that, and I came because I went to go study. I was at after film school, and then that's when I came back to Joburg, and then I pushed the whole artistry movement. Yeah.
So acting, is that out for now? Or?
Yeah. Well, no. I wouldn't say that. What I can say is my focus is mainly on music now. Yeah. I love acting. I love entertainment. I always say I like to think of myself as an entertainer in general.
Yeah.
But man, I went to AFTA initially for acting, and then I fell in love with the whole craft of music in general, and then and then that's where I got a holistic view of how films are made, and I fell in love with that whole thing, which is why I also put a lot of effort into my visuals, or I try to for music as well.
Actually, you're one of the few, I think, or that I've seen, like up and coming rappers in South Africa who actually put out music videos for anything that they do.
Yeah.
Because like yesterday, even today, I was like on your YouTube page and there's like already like 25 videos. And I was like, damn, this nigga's really working.
Yeah, I try to push the visual content. It's not easy though. I can understand why you don't get it from a lot of up and coming artists, because like shooting music videos is like, it's expensive, you know. Bro. It's like it's as good as that better. It's expensive, and so putting together a good music video is hard. It's time consuming. It's expensive, and like it's a strenuous like process, you know. So, but at the same time, it's a part of the music business, and like if you're trying to be a serious artist, you have to. There's no two ways about it. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You've gotten like a couple of co-signs.
Yeah. I've been fortunate enough.
I think one of those, like one of the big ones, was from Tumi.
Yeah.
From Tumi and the Volume.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Like, did he see you on the TL or?
Yeah, actually, that's exactly how it happened. I had actually, so do you know Lucille Slade, right? She's a upcoming singer. Well, I mean, she's doing really well, I think. You know. I did in School Night. Amazing vocalist, amazing singer, amazing artist in general. So she was working with these. She introduced me to these other guys that she was working with. G, Cocaine, True Hits. They all like musicians, producers, you know, engineers. She put me on to them, and they knew Tumi. They were working on his mixtape that he just dropped, Honey and Pain, or Honey and Flowers, something like that. So it's crazy how it all happened. I had just met them, and then I was doing the Freestyle Fridays at the time, and then Stogie had come across the Freestyle Fridays, and then he hit me up on Twitter. He was like, "Yo, bro, hit me up. I see you doing your thing," and then I started like sending him music, and he would just let me know what he's thinking, this here, this that. And that was about it really. And then that's how that came about. And then a couple of other artists have also been seeing me do my thing. And I appreciate it.
On Squad, you say Universal told you got the vision.
Yeah. So man.
What's happening with Universal? Is that like saying they want you, or?
No, I'm just saying that they were like, "Yo, we see you doing your thing," and how that happened was, there was this competition that they were doing, Trace, Universal, and YFM, and it was called the Damn Kendrick Battle, and so they took us to the YFM studios basically, and then we had to like rap it out. First, it was the time Kendrick had dropped the Damn album, and then you had to, as an artist, just record yourself, writing any raps or whatever to the songs, to any one of the songs on the Damn, and then they did like a whole numbers thing, retweets, likes, and then they tallied up like a top 8, and then the top 8 got to go to YFM. And then we had to sort of wrap it out there. And then I actually ended up winning that competition. And Universal, they had like a cash prize. And so we were in contact during the time when we were liaising the finances and stuff. And then that's where it was like, yo, okay, cool. We see you, you're doing your thing. Shout out. But it was just that. That's what I was mentioning in the song. I'm still independent.
There was no talk of maybe like
Nah. There wasn't. It didn't get to that point.
Do you want to?
Whenever I don't know that question. Like, so I'll say this: if I know the value of having like a major behind you, and I don't take that for granted. If the deal was right and like the moment was right and like I was at a point where I feel like, okay, I could do that. Not to say that I'm not now, but like I'm really enjoying my independence right now. And I say that just because for me it's one thing. If I love the fact that if I wake up tomorrow and I want to drop a whole album, or drop 2 albums, or drop 3 albums, or drop 2 new music videos. I can do that if I want to. There's nothing that's like, there's nobody I have to, nobody has to go through, or like, a whole lot of red tape or whatever. I can do that if I want to. And sometimes, being contractually obligated to a label it won't be as easy to do that, but again, it depends on your contract, you know what I mean? So like, if the contract was right, and it was like a mutually beneficial relationship, then I would hop on that, But right now I'm enjoying the learning process.
Is there even like one, especially with the major, especially as an up and coming artist, where it's like, both of us are benefiting from this? Because I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Deals with majors are cool, but sometimes they feel like they can be like predatory.
Yeah.
Especially
Okay.
360 shit.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, you gotta look at it like, it always depends on where you're looking at it from. Like as an artist, it's like a major that can really change your life. It can grow your fan base to heights that might take you in a year. They can do that, and for you it might take you 10 years if you do it on your own. They can really fast track the process of getting that mass reach, and just getting your music heard by a lot more people. It depends on what your end goal is. If your goal is to to be independent and rake, and make sure that you keep the finances within your sort of team and
your circle.
in your circle, then that's cool, bro. Then maybe being part of a label isn't for you, because you're gonna have to split it, Again, it depends on your deal. All depends on the deal, I always say. But at the same time, it's like it depends on what you want, man. It depends on what you want. It's different for every artist. Like, if you want your music to be heard by a lot more people than are hearing it right now, then a label can do that for you as well. If you're struggling to shoot music videos, if you're struggling to get proper recording studios because you don't have the finances, a label can do that for you.
Sure.
Depends on what you want. Yeah.
So I think I hear that, and me personally, I'm just big like on ownership.
Yeah.
So whenever I have like these conversations with any type of artist, especially, but most particularly with like musicians, it's always a thing of don't give up your masters.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, it becomes tricky, bro. Like,
it does.
Yeah. Because then you don't have that freedom that I was talking about now as well. Like, if you want to drop, like, okay, well, your music isn't exactly yours, so we'll tell you when you can drop this. You know what I mean? That's not for me. That isn't for me. So that would in my contract, that's something that would have to be heavily negotiated. But it's a give and take thing.
So June is here. Is it a mixtape or a debut album?
It's a mixtape. We're dropping a mixtape in June. After that, I'm working on the debut album, and when I do that, then it's gonna be late for these niggas. You know what I'm saying? But right now, man, I'm working on the mixtape. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be lit, man. It's a solid project. I've put a lot of time and effort into it, and I can only hope that the people will enjoy it.
Any features?
Actually, other features. Let me think. Actually, you know what? I don't even want to say yet because the track lists haven't even been finalized yet. I've got a whole bunch of music. I know where I want to take it. There will be, from what I can say, 1 or 2 features. But like, let's lock in that track list first, and then I'll be able to tell you. Yeah.
Is there a name for it?
Also a work in progress. But what I will tell you, okay, look, fine. So I will give you this, right? Right now I'm working with the title that we're working with. The title in progress is Up Till Now.
Up Till Now.
Yeah, Up Till Now. That's what I'll say. Yeah, that's the title in progress. Whether or not it'll be the final thing when it comes out, I can't confirm. But that's the title that we're working with. Because like the whole thing about the project is like it's like. It's a summary, of everything that's happened, up till now. You know what I mean? And so like it's just to give everybody insight, because like it's taken a minute for me to get here, to the place where I can drop this project and like let everybody know what it's been about. So I want to do that right, and that's what I wanted the whole project to be about.
Damn. Right. That's cool. Is there gonna be a tour supporting?
Yeah, I definitely am working on plans to do a tour for that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
And I don't see a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like tour, niggas, it's always like the 4 major cities. It's like Joburg, then they go to Pretoria, Durban, Cape Town, and maybe Bloom, and then that's it.
So if you were an artist, where would you?
Of course, hit up those, but there's also like Kimberley. Polokwane is popping. You know, go to Rustenburg, go to Mafike. Those are like cities that are on the come up. Even if there isn't like a huge fan base there, there's an opportunity for you to do that media tour, that media run there, and build.
To create, to build a fan base for yourself there. Exactly. Okay, fair enough.
You know what I mean? That's always just how I look at it. Even small podcasts like ours, like, yo, go to that shit. The 5 or 10 viewers that we have, those are your new fans. Already. No,
it's so crazy you say that, bro. I was thinking about that in the car, like, on the way here, any opportunity to gain a new fan, I think must always be taken, because one fan is at least like 10. There's 10 people behind them. Like, if that guy really digs it, he's gonna tell 10 people about it, 5 at the very least. So gaining one fan is like gaining 11 people, you know. And like, are you really gonna sleep on an opportunity to gain 11 people
that's very
didn't
true,
know about your music before? You know, so yeah, bro.
As an independent right now, are you eating the dog?
Yeah, I'm trying to, but not really, bro. Like, if I'm being honest, you know, I'm not eating as much as I'd like to be, you know. And I'm a come up artist, so I get it. I'm not even tripping on that. Like, it's cool. But I'm at a point where I'm trying to you know, monetize the music a lot more, and it is getting to a point where it will get there, but it takes time, and if I can advise any you know young artists who are trying to do that, you know, it's always good you always got to invest in the music, and the money won't come from the music at first, so you got to find the money somewhere. Like, it's got to come from somewhere. But you are going to reach a point in your career where you have to invest in your career, like, especially if nobody else is doing it for you. And that's why sometimes, and that's the crossroad that a lot of artists get to. It's like they get to that crossroad where it's like, okay, cool, I gotta, like, this shit needs money now. It's at the point where, like, I gotta be paying people, I gotta be paying, like, for promo, I gotta be paying, you know, to do videos, to be making the music, you know what I'm saying, beats, a whole lot of stuff, you know. And it comes to that point, and that's the point where it's like, okay, cool, maybe a label might come up and they're like, yo, we can take care of all of that, but, like, you're gonna have to give us ownership to all your music, you know. And that's where they break. So you gotta find that source somewhere, but it takes time to get to the point where, you know, you're eating how you really want to be. So, but it's the name of the game when you're coming up, especially as an independent artist.
No, but I think it's only a matter of time for you.
For sure.
Especially looking at, like, at least in terms of, I think, like, some sort of commercial recognition for yourself. It's taken you, like, about 2 years since, like, the Friday freestyles. I think that's when a lot more people hopped on your train.
Yeah, for sure.
This nigga's on the come.
Yeah, that did a lot, for sure.
Did a lot.
Yeah, the Freestyle Fridays. Oof. That kick-started everything.
Everything.
Yeah, it did. It was like a domino effect. Like, it was that, and then, okay, cool, you're doing this. Oh, okay, it's every week. Consistency.
Yeah.
That's what people want.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you're not consistent, it's like they can't trust you. You know, this guy's gonna drop a freestyle now. When is he gonna drop the next one? Yeah. And then it was Freestyle Friday, and then it was like, okay, cool, let's drop more music. Okay, let's drop more content. Okay, let's drop a new single. Okay, let's drop a new video. Okay, let's drop a young EP. Okay, cool, let's drop a couple more singles. Content is king, bro. And
that's consistently in front of their eyes, so they can't forget.
Exactly. It's that consistency, and, you know, there's got to be, like, you got to be passionate, and there's got to be skill, you know, like, you got to be constantly, you know, refining your, you know, there's a lot of rappers, you know.
On Squad, you also mentioned how you effed up and your phone, and then you couldn't be on the bus.
Yeah. That's a crazy story, bro. So, like,
what happened?
My phone broke December New Year's.
Yeah.
I entered Vuzu Hustle the year before. They had said in the terms and conditions, if your entry is successful, they're gonna text you or email you, but they'll reach out to you on a particular day. I can't remember the dates exactly. Let's say it was the 19th of January or something, right?
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we'll hit you up on the 19th if you've made it. My phone breaks New Year, June, and I can't get a new one till the end of the month, right?
No.
And then, so I'm like, okay, cool. My brother, who wasn't staying with me at the time, he was in boarding school. I was using his phone to like sort of log into IG, because they said they'll DM you, on any one of the platforms. So I was just kept on going into my social media to go check the messages. 19th comes, I'm on that like shit the whole day, bro, trying to check if these guys have hit me up. Nothing. I'm like, alright, cool. The 20th, I checked. Now maybe they were late. Nothing. I'm like, alright, cool. So maybe I didn't make it. Days go by. Oh, now it's like cool. 20th, 10 days. My brother leaves like a day later, and then we forget about it. Obviously, move on to the next thing. I didn't make it. I get my phone at the end of the month, like my new phone. I'm on my socials and whatever. Then I see that they sent me a text. Like 3 days later or something, you know what I mean? So they were late, but they sent me the text like, yo, this is what's popping, whatever, and I missed that. But by then, I had missed like the whole thing. They'd already they were already shooting. Yeah, they were already like on their way to go shoot and whatever. So it's like, okay, cool, missed opportunity. It wasn't my fault. That was
but
that.
certain things they work out for the best.
Yeah, they happen for a reason.
Know.
Shout out to TTGO though. He's one of my mates. I know him from Auckland.
Yo,
and
you
he
actually gotta get him for the pod.
I'll hit him up.
Please do. Please do. What do you think of the industry overall? Like in SA?
I think the hip hop industry, or like the music, hip hop. I think it's dope, man. It's growing. Niggas is creating opportunities every day for all of us to flourish. People are doing international things. Niggas is going on sway. They're crossing borders. They're creating international fan bases, international markets, raising the bar, so that, and there's like new genres and stuff, like everybody, like you can really, we at a point in SA music and SA hip hop where you can really break through, bro, if you're consistent and independently, if you're consistent, you're doing your thing, you can really, build a fan base for yourself, and that's where your currency is. It's your fan base, the people who are willing to be with you and stand with you,
For sure.
And so I think it's great. It's a beautiful time right now.
It is.
Yeah.
But I feel like there needs to be a bit more diversity, like at the top.
Yeah.
Because it's like, for the past 5 years, it's been like 5 guys consistently running.
Yeah, that is true.
The game, like from a commercial aspect.
Yeah. That's true. A lot of the new guys, they live on the internet. From a commercial point of view, it does need to change. But it's hard breaking into the commercial, market, especially in hip hop. We're competing, with like Dom, Pop Mapiano, a lot of the songs that are hot commercially are like the house songs, the Ladies Amar stuff, the Busiswa stuff, DJ Tira stuff. That's like, those are the music videos you see on TV all the time. You hear those songs on radio all the time. And commercially, the big guys, commercially speaking, you're right. It is like, a handful of guys who are just always at the top, who are, and it'll take time. I think it's a mass thing. We also got to remember our audience, as a mass audience in South Africa, it's like, a lot of people still consume music on radio and television. It's not a lot of people. It's like people like you and I, people who are living in commercial, like cosmopolitan sort of areas, who have access to internet like all the time, But like a lot of the people in South Africa, if we look at stats, like a lot of the people, the majority of the people are still black poor folks, And so it's like they listening to music the old school way, and like they are reaching, maybe the hip hop that's online and that's dope hasn't reached them yet because of the commercial access, but it will.
Eventually.
Eventually it will.
It has to.
Yeah.
On one of these songs, I think it's I'm forgetting which one it is now. On the EP, on Wait Till June, we talk about your mom having a stroke.
Yeah.
How did that affect you?
It was crazy, man. It was a crazy time in my life, bro.
Firstly, is she good?
Yeah, she's okay. She's okay now. We're slowly making progress every day. Thanks for asking. Yeah. But that was a crazy moment in my life. It's always hard to see someone you love, going through something as crazy as that, But like, through God's grace and like, just positive energy all around, and just sticking together as a family and love. She's making progress, bro. She's getting better, and so you know,
That's good.
yeah, that's all. I don't like to dwell on the negative, you know, and like the past. The main thing and the important thing is that she's getting better now. So so I'm really happy about that. Yeah.
And the whole family, are they like supportive of the music career?
Yeah. It wasn't always like that. Granted, though, it was never like, you know, straight up hating, like, no, don't go do that, like, you're not gonna make it. You know, it was like my dad was just always cautious. Education is what took him out of poverty, and so like it was a really important thing for him. And so it took a while for him to get around to me doing the whole entertainment thing. My mom was always supportive, you know, of whatever I wanted to do. Go follow your dreams, you know. So, but generally my family has always been supportive, you know, and now that they see, you know, even more so that, okay, cool, like this guy, like he's doing his thing, it's like
something
starting to show, we can see it. Now go do your thing, So
that's cool.
Yeah.
This just, you know, when I was prepping for this, you, what is the word? You are not Googleable, my nigga.
I'm not?
You are not Googleable. I couldn't find shit.
No way.
I get on Google and I'm like, Dibi, it's showing some other shit. It said Dibi. It shows your socials. But it doesn't show anything.
Oh snap, that's crazy, bro.
Where does the name come from?
Dibi, it's my surname, man.
It's your surname?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like, I think there's like, in Mexican or something like that, there's like, I don't know, there's like a Dibi dish. So I on Google sometimes, and it's also, you know, it's like it's an abbreviation sometimes for like a company or something, you know what I mean? So like it gets lost in the thing, but like it's all about, that's like the hard part, you know. It's like you gotta, you know, be constantly, you gotta have a digital footprint, you know. So it will get there at some point where it's like, okay, Dibi, you know, maybe on Google not yet, you know, like, but like I've definitely made sure, like on other platforms, like on Apple Music or SoundCloud or any music orientated thing, if it's Dibi, like I'll be there, I'll pop up there. Google is gonna take some time, I think. I think though there's also, I need to look at like, you know, companies that do that, because I think there's like companies that you know,
like, what does it say? SEO.
Exactly. They're 100%. So I need to shout out, actually, bro. I need to look at something like that, because like
look at that.
I want, you know, people, if you type in Dibi, like,
like with you, it could get to a point where, like with AKA, when you get on Google, it's like AKA, and then it gives you like the list, like AKA, the rap. So you know it filters.
Exactly.
So it can filter you.
But that's with all, you know, there's so much content around him, you know, blogs. Websites, articles and stuff.
Yeah, there's about to be with you.
We'll get there. For sure.
Man. Hey, my G, thanks for putting through.
No stress, bro. I appreciate you having me. This has been dope, man.
It has been. Please check out the podcast. We are on YouTube. We are on, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes. Google Podcast, No Limit Podcast. Check us out on YouTube. Please subscribe there, like, comment. We'll be back next week. This has been episode 12. We out. Shout out, Meji.
Peace.
All right.